Okay, cool. Okay, so we're gonna do beak. So we're doing a twist. We're doing beak, feather, and bone for our Ironsworn Space Scavengers game, and then we know that we have a what was like the main hub, the main colony hub that's on Callisto. We want to beef it out a bit more, so we know it's going to be our hub, but we know nothing about it, and we thought it'd be cool to use beak, feather, and bone to flesh that out, and then we have a number of factions that we had covered at one point. So we had our Jupiter Moon reps, our inner system reps, we have our pirate front, and the intercepts. They're all the reps are the official governmental functionaries. The pirate front, the whalers, the iron scavengers, who's our group, and then also the fixers, who are just everybody else. How'd you put it, Sarah? The serfs.
The serfs.
The serfs. Ugh. But they do all the rest of the things. So from here,
The
we both know how to
proletariat.
play. The proletariat. Let's be careful with what words we use.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Uh-huh. So as not to pre-angle how our activities are going to go. So we know how beak, feather, and bone works. Let's start with figuring out who's going to run what. So what three? Do you have is there a hankering? Do we want to do here you can choose first what faction that you want to control, and we'll do 3 factions each.
I kind of want to control the whalers.
Okay, so you get the whalers. I'm going to go with the inner system reps.
Then I will take the Jupiter Moon reps.
Okay, I'm going to do the fixers.
Oh, I'll take the iron salvagers.
Do it. I wanted the pirate front.
I feel like I have a good mix of like the whalers are kind of outside of the law.
I dig it.
And there's the reps, so that's like government, and then iron salvagers who are like,
that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, let me. I think we're ready to start. Okay, so first things first, we need to choose our seat of power. So so let's take a look in Roll20 here. Do you have a preference for our seat of power? And this would be like a top-down picture, because Callisto is like super heavy cratered. So maybe this is like one of the big craters that's on Callisto, and then this is, our colony. And what was the name of it again? Lost Bridge. Lost Bridge.
Lost Bridge, yes.
That was the name of our colony. Okay, so this is a human colony. Lost Bridge. Okay, do you have a particular preference for our seat of power? What are you thinking?
I could see 2 different locations, but the one I think that would kind of make the most sense would be this one up here.
That's what I was looking at too.
Yeah.
I think that's the one. Okay, let's go ahead and draw a shape here. And what did it say for ellipses? Draw a shape. For an ellipses, hold A. Alt. Boom. Boom. Can you see that okay?
Boom. It's blue.
It's blue. Awesome.
Okay. Our factions are blue, though. Do we want to change it to that weird brown?
I could.
Or are we just going to remember that the big circle is seat of power? Ooh, that's pretty.
Let's do
that's like flesh toned.
Yep.
Like.
Cool. And it really makes it pop,
because
everything is really dark around it. Okay, cool. So let's see. First up, we have Sarah. So Jupiter Moon reps. Let's see what we're starting here. Okay, you ready?
All right.
We have the 9 of Spades.
Ooh.
And this is a past purpose.
All right. I am going to say
past purpose building for the Jupiter Moon Reps. And you've got
Yeah.
it's a group, so it could be for one of the moons. It could be for, well, it's going to be for one of the moons.
Yeah. I want to take that building there.
Could you ping it one more time? Okay.
Just a little square one is fine. And this is the Memorial Museum of Titan, where they keep the history of the first colony that was put on Titan that wound up falling apart because the engineers weren't given the proper materials.
Is that your beak? Is that what people say about this place?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
so
that's what it...
This
yes.
is the... So what was that again? This is the
Memorial Museum of Titan.
Yeah, I got the Memorial Museum, and then you were starting to
Okay.
describe it. And you were saying this is the place where...
Oh, so this is a museum with relics and things from when the first colony that was put on Titan, like, fell apart, literally. So, like, there's a big, like, disaster.
And this is the first colony, so we're assuming that there's more.
Oh, yeah. The Titans are very proud people.
Big disaster. I like it. Okay. Feather. What does the appearance look like? What is the outward appearance of this place, of the Memorial Museum of Titan?
It was built from some of the scrap. So, but they had artists put it together. So it's a very unusual looking building with like different materials, but it almost looks dreamlike and wavy with the way that they've kind of woven the materials together.
Nice. Okay. And then we have bone. What is a truth about the inside?
It's a popular front for smugglers.
Smugglers of all kinds and all places, or are these just like primarily the Jupiter moons?
Primarily Jupiter. Primarily Titan.
Nice. Okay. That takes us to the inner system reps. So we have Anthony. Here we go. Let's take a look. We have the 9 of hearts. The 9 of hearts. Social purpose. Okay. This is the Inner Worlds Expeditionary Force. No, Inner Worlds Expeditionary Bar.
Bar?
Yeah. So
are you sure it's not a tavern?
No, it's a bar. Okay, and then let's see, where should we put this? This should be, let's see, how about right in here? So we'll do that collection right there. And what is my color? Green? Green. Let's grab this and put it right in here. This is going to be tricky to see, but we'll make it work. Okay.
Oh, the sun finally went down.
Nice. Cool. Okay, so what are we starting with here?
Beak.
Yeah, what do we say about this place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the reputation. This is where members of the inner world's like military forces and inner worlds would be like the inner worlds, not necessarily like it's not like a Disneyland kind of a thing. It's these are whenever you're writing like inner worlds, like oh
Yeah.
come to inner worlds. Actually, I like that even better now because I'm sure there's probably some meaty propaganda around inner worlds being way better than
Probably.
Jupiter moons. Yep, cool. So this is where the inner world's military forces come to unwind and and accept everybody to come and join them, not just the military forces.
So it's open to anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in my mind, we don't necessarily have to write this down, but like in my mind, this expeditionary force is like it's like a PMC in all but name. It's a paramilitary company.
Mm.
They're like mercenaries, but
Mm.
they're sanctioned mercenaries from the inner worlds that operate out here.
Are you sure it's not called Space Force?
It's not Space Force. They're far more competent.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
Feather.
Yep. Feather, outward appearance. This it looks like it looks like a mix between your old town hole in the wall bar combined with a recruitment poster. It's that combo.
Excellent. But what's the truth?
The truth about the inside, this is a recruiting post. So they really try to ply people with both alcohol and money to join the expeditionary forces. And they're not just looking for regular run-of-the-mill folks. They're looking for people who have insider knowledge or insider connections.
Hmm.
And this is a perfect place to do it because there's lots of people here
Nice.
from all the different walks. Okay.
Next is Anthony.
Oh, hey.
Blue
Okay.
for the pirate front.
We have 6 of spades. A past purpose. For the pirate front, huh?
Yes.
Let's see here. This is this is the retirement home.
Pirate retirement home.
It's just called the retirement home.
Oh, that's what it's called. Okay.
It's called the retirement home. And it'll be like, oh, this looks nice. This little square cross building out on the side, right next to the dome wall on the outside. Really shitty territory. It's
What are you
terrible.
talking about? They have a nice view.
That's what they tell residents. Mm-hmm. It's like the best location in the whole colony. Boom.
Yeah.
Love it. Awesome. Okay. So what do people say about this place? This is an exclusive need. You need to have a connection place to settle your bones.
Like actual bones or
like you're either older or your body's worn out or you've been so injured.
Okay, so it's not
or
like a cemetery. It is an actual retirement.
No, it's like an actual retirement home. This is like a community of people, but it's all old, infirm. It's people who really can't make their way anymore on their own accord.
Mm-hmm. But not necessarily pirates.
We'll get to that point.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Feather.
Okay. Feather. The structure's appearance. I feel like I like the imagery of the view. So I think this place is mostly like plexiglass. Like it's not full on glass because that's dumb. But it's like industrial plexiglass. probably repurposed like from old ships or something. But the whole, it looks like a glass bowl, you know, because everybody can see, and you can see everything, and people can see from the outside. And just probably some of the most beautiful views in the colony, and it's right up against the dome wall, which is nice.
And bone.
The truth about the inside is that this is where, so the pirates who don't make it and can survive on their own in luxury, or the pirates that don't die outright, and it's either that those are your two extremes. Everybody else in the middle who hasn't managed to get themselves killed, the pirates will take them in to take care of them. So this is almost like social care for the elderly, but it's actually, there's probably not a lot of elderly here. It's mostly people who are either injured or there's probably folks here who like have such bad like wanted rackets that if they even leave or go into town, they'll probably be arrested. So this is like a safe haven slash what do you call it? A retirement home. But you don't leave.
Yeah.
Like you don't leave. You come in here and this is where you stay your days. It's not a prison, but this is, you know, it's pirate social care.
Nice. Who knew that the pirates would be socialists?
Well, you know, they're expanding into real government too, so you gotta. They're taking care of their own. Okay. What are we on next? We've got the whalers.
In goldenrod.
And we have a 10 of clubs. Future purpose for the whalers. We haven't learned much about the whalers. We know the whales are some interesting creatures for sure, but not much more outside of that. So first, where are you thinking in Lost Bridge here?
That thing right there.
Okay, I like that. That whole patch, I'm assuming, yeah?
Yep.
Let me move it on down. Make it all big. Spadoom. Cool. Okay. And what's the name of this place? This future purpose building for the whalers?
It's the market.
The market. Cool.
It has not, but it's not built yet. Like it's in construction.
In process. Okay, the Beak. What do people say about this place? What's the reputation?
This is the first colony to allow the whalers to have an actual like presence legally. So they are trying to. They're like putting everything into this. They're schmoozing people. They're playing it up. People think this is going to be the greatest market ever because of the things that they can buy there that they can't buy anywhere else.
Love it. Okay, Feather. What does the place look like on the outside?
Right now, it's a lot of scaffolding.
Okay, so this is actually going to be like a full-on proper building or structure.
Yeah, I'm thinking of you know the fish market in Seattle. Yeah, something like that. So it's like a big building that covers like small little spaces that people can sell things at. They can kind of open some parts of it up if needed.
I like it.
And then it's by the edge of the dome because that's where their little dome port is.
Okay. Oh, so there's going to be like a full-on like a port. There's a port nearby.
Yeah.
Entry port nearby. I like that. That's good, especially for us too, because we're going to be, you know, that's of relevance for the salvagers. Entry port for inbound product. No, it's really that's inbound product because you're bringing the whales. So that's probably like a processing port. Bound whales. Let's not talk about that because then that gives you an idea to do for later. Awesome. And then Bone, what is the truth about the inside?
Let's see. I have a small human.
Hello, small human.
Yes. Truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just going to be a market. They're also building offices for their research and development.
Mm. I like that. Awesome. Okay, next up we have the Iron Salvagers.
Ooh, it's me again.
It is you. So let me give you a card. We have the Ace of Spades, past purpose.
Nice.
For the Iron Salvagers. So first, where are you thinking about in Lost Bridge here? And actually, before I forget, I'm gonna do freehand. We're gonna make this white. No, not that. Undo. How do I make text? There we go. I apologize. Lost Bridge. Boom. Cool. Okay, cool. So we got Violet. Where is this past purpose building for the Iron Salvagers of our namesake, the group of our namesake?
I want to take this structure here.
I like it. For Hela and Persephone. Boom. Okay, and what is the name of this location?
It's the Rust Yard.
The Rust Yard. Oh. There we go. This is one of spades. Okay. Beak, what does this place look like from the outside? Oh, sorry, no, what is the reputation of the Rust Yard?
This is the place where salvagers bring the stuff that they just can't do anything with. So it's like a communal, like, oh, I couldn't sell this or I have no use for this. I'm going to drop it off here at the Rust Yard. And then if someone else has use for it, they can take it if they are an iron salvager.
Hmm.
So kind of like a co-op.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
And is this for like for give or for trade?
Sorry, what?
Is this for like do they give things here or do they trade stuff?
It's kind of like leave a penny, take a penny. Like you
Cool,
don't
cool,
have to.
Yeah.
Like you can just take a penny or you can leave one. It's assumed that over time it
all works out in the end.
Out. Yep.
What about Feather? What is the outward appearance of the Rust Yard?
I mean, it looks like a junkyard. So it's kind of an eyesore.
Nice. And then Bone, what is the truth about the inside?
This is where the salvagers can kind of swap intel. Like if someone knows of some big score somewhere, but like for some reason they can't use that information, like maybe they don't have the right kind of ship or whatever, they can go there and sell the information or trade it.
I like it. Share, trade, sell the scores they can't use. I like it. Cool. Okay. And that takes us to the fixers. Let's see what we got here. We've got the 3 of spades. So we have a
Lots
past
of spades
purpose.
this time.
Past purpose building. Okay, we're going to go right in here. These are the walls of memory.
Okay. Beak.
Oh, the beak. This is the reputation. This is where this is just simple recording of all of the names of those that died building Lost Bridge.
Must have been a lot if they have several walls.
It's a pretty, yeah. Originally it was called the Wall of Memory, and then they had to make more walls. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know.
Yep. Okay, and then feather. I think this is going to be like it's like a shiny stone that is mined here on Callisto, and it's a cheap stone because nobody could afford for a really expensive or beautiful looking stone. But they're giant. They're tall, and the names on them are just like tiny, like when you go to the the Vietnam Memorial in DC. They're just etched front and back.
So we're talking lots of names.
It's a lot of people.
Okay, and truth.
The truth of this place. Most of the people that come to visit this place are not fixers. This is almost like a tourist location, very similar to the Vietnam Memorial. It's a tourist location, and the fixers don't like to come here because it gives them it's a reminder of what they had to give up for the things that they still can't have. Because in the end, they didn't build this colony for themselves.
No, they built it for everyone else.
They did. Okay, that takes us up to the Jupiter moon reps. So number 2, we've got the 5 of diamonds. So we have a financial purpose, and we continue with our regular theme of not getting any face cards until halfway through the game.
Woohoo!
Cool. So let's go. But hey, we got a diamond. So we got 5 of diamonds. What location are you thinking about Jupiter moon reps for this financial purpose building? That big old giant one?
Guy.
That's mine.
That's mine.
That's my building. Okay, we're
doing a
whole big thing. Shaboom. No, that needs to be a little bigger. Shaboom. And a 2. There we go. And what is this name? What is the name of this location?
This is the credit union.
Okay. And then what is the reputation of this place? Beak. Of the credit
this is where you take your money to be stored. And you can get loans and do all those things. It's basically a bank, but it's a credit union.
Exactly. It's way cooler, way nicer.
It's owned by the people.
The feather. What is the structure's outward appearance? Okay.
Can you talk? I want to make sure I didn't silence you.
Check 1. Check 2. Uh-oh. Hello. Checking. Doing 1.
I can kind of hear you. Let me adjust.
Is it pretty soft? Hello.
You're like a muffle.
Uh-oh.
It's really weird. Oh, alright. Ha ha.
Are we good now?
Oh, yeah. It's on the side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what
Technical
is the
difficulties.
It is always something. It's always got to be something. So what's the outward appearance of the credit union?
It looks very stately. I'm thinking like Roman columns, and it's very tall, clean, and large.
Nice. And then bone. What is the truth about the inside?
The vault is huge. Like, it's larger than the building, and it's underground. Like, this is where they put everything that they could. Like, there's probably like military supplies down here, as well as like precious stones, money, credits, whatever you want to call them, artifacts. They probably have a large collection of artifacts, in fact. And everyone knows that, there's a vault, and that's where, all the rich people get to keep their stuff. But they don't know that it's actually this
I like it.
large
It's big.
Space.
Cool. Okay. And now we go to the inner system reps. We have 7 of clubs. This is a future purpose.
That is our first future purpose.
No, somebody else had a...
Oh, no. That's right, at the market. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I love using these cards because some of the imagery is really cool. So I'm gonna do it on this one. So this one is gonna be, let's see, here. It's this building that looks like a bust of a person. And what's the color on this one again? It is green.
Green.
Okay, let me grab green. And the name of this location is Building Bridges.
Interesting.
And it looks like a bust because I think it is. I think it's actually like 2 people, like grasping each other's arms in friendship, and one is clearly wearing like the dress and appearance and attire of an inner worlder, and the other one is wearing the dress and the appearance of a, what do you call it, of a mooner, of a Jupiter mooner. But we'll get to those. A Jovian. That's we got a Jovian. Jovian. Okay, cool. So anyways, so we have a Beak. What do people say about this place? What is the reputation? Actually, 2 people grasping. Actually, you can copy that Beak portion down to feather because that's basically the look of this place.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. See, I do it too. I'm just like, I'm just talk about it. And there you go. Jumping
trying
ahead.
to capture it as
That's perfect.
Talking.
So, reputation about building bridges. This is a this place is a joke. Everybody in Callisto knows it. This place is a joke. The Inner Worlders tried to make this place be like a great communal meeting place, but nobody friggin' uses it. Because why? Boom.
Yep.
Okay, and then we have the feather. Oh, by the way, one small piece on the feather. The bust of the Inner Worlder has been measured at 1/4 of a meter taller than the Jovian statue. the inner worlder one just a little bit bigger. Just a little bit bigger. Because those inners are assholes. And
by design.
Damn right by design. Okay. And the bone. This is like a mark of shame on the inner worlders. The inner worlders see this place as a mark of shame and failure. Personal shame and failure. That they couldn't get this place to serve its purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely failure. Yeah. They probably rent this place out to like not birthday parties, but like, but if there's like major meetings or, or if there's big gatherings, then, they'll stoop so low as to take their money and rent out, some of the hall space. But yeah, nobody uses this place for its purpose.
Nice.
Cool. Okay. Pirate front.
Pirate.
Man, that place would have been great to use to get a face card for a rival.
Oh, I would have.
Let's see here. So we have the 2 of clubs. So this is a future purpose for the pirates. This is going to be the burning brand. And then let's see where this place is going to be. This place needs to be out of the way because it's not a legal place. Here looks good. That tiny little thing. Blue? Is that blue for pirates?
Yes.
Okay.
Blue for pirates.
This tiny little place right here. There we go.
Like, I mean, I don't want to say Bluebeard, but he wasn't a pirate.
No.
That's just a fairy tale.
Okay. There we go. Cool. Tiny little building there. Lovely. Okay. So what do we have? We have Beak first. The reputation of this place. This is only known in pirate circles, and you don't want to be summoned here. That's the reputation. And if somebody and by the way, like if somebody was a pirate and they were talking to somebody who wasn't a pirate but they knew about this place, that's probably the only thing that a pirate would tell them. Like, that's a bad place. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Okay. Feather. Describe the structure's appearance. It's so I think like if you look at it, it's all kind of like dark around the outside. I feel like maybe this is like an old quarry spot that used to be out of town and it's now just kind of forgotten about. But there's this, all it is, that little white spot in the middle is just a metal post that's in the ground. It's just a metal post that's just in the ground.
Okay. The truth.
The truth. This is where pirate snitches.
Become bitches.
No. This is where pirate snitches are charred alive because the metal pole goes down into the ground. And it's connected like to a nearby it goes through like a tube
Furnace or something.
kind of it's in my mind it's like a how they have vents for like heat to go out of. So this pole goes down into one such tunnel, like exhaust port tunnel for like a nearby factory or something, and they strap people to this thing. And it's only turned on like at nighttime, when nobody's out and around and doing stuff. It's 2 a.m. kind of a thing. And they strap snitch pirates to this thing until they're charred to death. And that's what pirates do with those that talk. So this is the burning brand. Oh, and if you survive, because it only goes like it goes for like 45 minutes or something. So it's enough to kill pretty much anybody who's on this thing. But if you survive, then you can leave. So, it's possible you could run into an ex-pirate that's just, mutilated. Okay. Who do we have next? We have the Whalers. The 10 of Spades. Oh. The 10 of Spades. Past purpose building for the Whalers.
That card looks a little cocky.
It does, a little bit. That's your second 10 in a row for the Whalers. That,
I know. What do these guys do to get so much reps?
So, what is the name of this building, and where do you think it is? Structure, this future purpose structure for the Whalers. Or, sorry, past purpose.
Past purpose. The dispensary.
Nice. And the Whalers that's goldenrod. 2.
So this is the place where the poor go to get handouts. Because the Whalers will take, all the leftovers, the stuff they couldn't sell, like the day-old bread type stuff, and just give it away to the poor here.
Nice. And then Feather, what is the outward appearance of the dispensary?
I'm gonna say it looks kind of like a swap meet. So, like it changes day to day based on, what products they have. So it's like they set up the tables and everything every morning, and then they break it all down in the evening. So it looks very portable.
And then Bone, what is the truth about the inside?
This is where they do their drug trade. Because those whales, they have some psychedelic stuff going on. I mean, that's where all the real money is of whaling.
How do you spell psychedelic? Psychedelics? Like
that? PSY, psychedelics? Psychedelics? I don't know. Oh, I think you had it right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. This is where they do the drug trade. The psychedelics. And are the psychedelics like some of the choice parts of the whales, or that would they consider it a not really important part? But hey, it's helpful for humans.
It comes from a gland. They don't know what the gland does, other than if you get the stuff that secretes out of it, it makes you see cool things. Purple elephants.
Okay. Hey, speaking of purple, we have the iron salvagers up next. We have the Ace of Clubs. That's a second ace for iron salvagers, and I think that's fitting. It doesn't, it fits well with the group.
Yeah.
So we have
clubs is a future purpose.
It is. What are you thinking about? What's the name of this and location of this place? This future purpose building for the iron salvagers.
You take a little triangle right there.
And it's oh, they're violet. Yeah. Okay, right in here. And what is the name of this location?
The box.
The box.
The box, even though it's not a box.
And then let's give that the right number. There we go. Okie dokes. Beak. What is the reputation of the box?
So this is where salvagers can store their iron ingots, or the ones that have their calling card on them that they give other people when they like take on a job as like the yes, I will do this thing for you.
Oh. What do we call those again? The iron like they're marks. What was it called? I think we gave this an actual name, didn't we? I'm checking right now. Iron signets.
Signets, yes. Yeah. So this is where when you become an iron salvager, like there's someone who makes them there, and then that's also where they will store them when you are not using them. Just to keep them safe, because you don't want those just anywhere.
And they also make them here too.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, Feather, what is the outward appearance of the box?
It looks utilitarian. Like it doesn't look pretty. It looks like it was made for a purpose, and it fits that purpose. So I'm thinking like just concrete, no windows.
Nice. And then Bone, what is the truth about the inside?
I'm going to say there's a third thing that they do there. Trying to figure out what that might be.
Did we ever say where our iron came from? That they use the signets from? Or to make the signets?
No. This is where they keep the book, which has all of the information on all of the salvagers. Like once you become a salvager, you get a page in the book, and then any of the like official jobs that you take get marked down in here. And not everyone knows that the book exists.
I would be surprised if most salvagers don't know that the book exists. Okay. So next up we have the fixers. Let's see. Oh, we have our first face card.
What?
With the Queen of Spades.
Ooh. So many spades.
A lot of spades. Past purpose. We only had one diamond this go so far.
I know. And only one heart as well.
Okay, this is... This is Lady Signy's tomb. And it is here. That upside down spade there. Okay, so the reputation of this place? The reputation of this place is that this is the final resting place of Lady Signy, one of the first iron salvagers, and she died standing up for the fixers. And there are probably like 90 stories about what action, what act she did to stand up for the fixers. All of them like progressively more crazy. Yeah.
She defeated a giant space worm.
Yeah. Overthrew half of the the Jovian people to save them from something. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. And then Feather. This is a so there's like a very nice there's like a stone pedestal, like a nice stone pedestal, like of that shape that you see on there, and it's wreathed with flowers, and the flowers are always brought fresh by fixers. And it's clear that there used to be some kind of a statue here, some kind of like a visage, an image of Lady Signy, but it is destroyed.
Wow.
So like maybe you can make out that there's like a foot on the bottom. That's pretty much like all that's left of it. Only the left one. Okay, bone. A truth about this place. This is a place that's frequented by fixers. It's maybe not somewhere that fixers would go every single day, but it's rare for a fixer not to pass by here. And it's less about Lady Signy and what she did, and more the reminder that they matter, and that they're waiting for another. They're waiting for the next Lady Signy to come to their aid.
Nice.
Yeah, this is like a shrine. They come and they'll leave flowers and.
Wait. And then this has a rival.
Oh, 100%.
So who is the rival of this structure?
It is.
What faction are they from?
Oh, I can tell you right now because I'm referring to our document. Asha Shea. Asha Shea of the Jovian Council. Because she's from the Jupiter Moon Reps. She's one of the Jupiter Moon Reps. I think didn't we say she's from? Isn't she like the rep for Callisto or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the Callisto rep.
Nice. So, what is their reputation?
Their reputation is that they think. Let's see. Asha believes that Callisto and Lost Bridge are hers to do with what she wants. That is her reputation.
And what does she look
like? She is she's incredibly well dressed. Carries herself like a queen or governess. but she is she has some kind of like a facial disfigure, and maybe a hump or a growth that just makes her kind of. She carries it well, and this was when we talked about the character. We mentioned she's ugly and she's looking for the veil to make herself beautiful. So yeah, she has like a face disfiguration, maybe like a partial hump or something.
A hump on her face, or
Like a hump on her.
And
It's a
the hump.
double. Yeah, it's
It's a
a
double.
twofer.
Okay.
It's a twofer, big time.
Twofer,
Yep.
right. And what's her true motivation?
She is concerned that the fixers are learning that she needs them more than they need her. And it is by her command that that the statue has been reduced over the years in this way. But she just can't seem to get it wiped out. Cool.
Dun, dun, dun.
Awesome. Takes us up to the Jupiter moon maps. And, oh hey, we have the Ace of Diamonds.
Another financial.
Mm-hmm. So, let me come back up here. There we are. Okay, and 0D. Okay, name and location for this financial purpose building for the Jupiter moon reps.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Take this building over here.
Okay.
And this is, it's called the Eye of Callisto. And it's a famous hotel.
Oh, nice. Beak. Okay, what is the reputation of this place? That it's a famous hotel?
This is like super posh. Only like the government officials and the rich people get to actually stay here. So the people who are visiting for fun or, you know, business. But anyone who's anybody stays at this hotel.
Only. Feather. Okay. What does the place look like from the outside? The Eye of Callisto.
I'm gonna say it looks decadent. I'm thinking of like Las Vegas, colorful and magnificent. No expense spared.
Dinosaurs and everything. Okay, and then bone. What is the truth about the inside?
It's actually a training center for the Jovian assassins.
Nice. Okay. Next up we have the inner system reps. Oh, we have another face card.
Hey.
The Jack of Diamonds, financial purpose. The financial purpose. Okay. This is going to be right here. And what color is is it green?
Green, yeah.
Okay. This is called the Excise House.
The what house?
Excise.
How do you spell that?
E-X. Let me look it up right quick. E-X-C-I-S-E.
Okay. And what does that mean? It's
Well,
not often I see a word that I do not know.
Yeah. So it is so the beak of this place, right? Yeah, the beak.
Yes. What is its reputation?
Yeah, the reputation is that all incoming goods must travel through the excise house as a tax stop off. And I believe an excise tax, and I'm going to double check it. Excise tax.
Is it tax or tariff?
No, it's tax. Excise tax are internal taxes that are levied on the sale of specific goods and services, such as alcohol, fuel, and tobacco. It's an indirect tax that is not paid by the customers directly. Instead, it's imposed on the supplier or the producer, and then you include it in your product price. And I baked this in because this is a place where all incoming goods, you must go through here and pay a tax to the inner world. And feather, the outward appearance, it's an uncomfortable, small building that's meant to make you want to get on your way as fast as possible. Because the inner worlders just want your money, they want their cut, and they want you out of here. That's all this place is good for anyway.
Nice. They don't want anyone to like stay and have coffee with them.
This is definitely not a coffee shop. Yeah. A truth about this place. I think this is one of the few places, period. I don't want to just say in Callisto or in the outer worlds. This is one of the few places, period, where grift and bribery and corruption holds no sway. They don't want to deal with your crap here.
Nice.
They just want their money.
And this one has a rival as well, doesn't it?
It does. I wanted to bake pissery off into this building, and I figure a tax building where people, yeah, that just, I mean, how can you go? Yeah.
Death and taxes.
Exactly. But I am actually the rival's gonna be from the pirate front, actually.
Ooh.
Because they want their cut. The pirate front. This is gonna be. I think this is gonna be one of the sons, but not the main one. So this is Codroth, right? So Codroth. Yes. I'm gonna say this is like Codroth's like cousin or something.
Okay.
And this is gonna be Cordoth.
Cordoth.
Cordoth, the pirate.
Excellent.
Okay.
And what does Cordoth look like? Or no, what is he known for?
His reputation? He's a miser. He's a penny pinching miser of a pirate who made his money when he was young, and then invested it, and it has now become his fortune. Other pirates look down on him. They put their noses up to him, or they would if he wasn't so goddamn rich.
So it's like they want to be him, but they hate him at the same time.
They hate him because he's not a real pirate. Well, they don't consider him a real pirate, you know. Although he made his bones when he was younger, but you know, pirates, young up and coming pirates, they don't know and they don't care. I mean,
He's
you're not
just
a real
that
pirate.
old guy who's
Exactly.
like rich and stuff. He yells at me to get off his lawn.
Exactly. He's that pirate.
Yeah. And what does he look like? What's his appearance?
He's unassuming, so he probably like you might mistake him for like a clergyman or something without the collar. The only nice like fancy thing about him is he wears very fine shoes, like fine and shiny shoes.
And what is his true motivation?
He wants to destroy the inner world protection fleet that's parked in orbit above Callisto. Because without that fleet, the inner world would not be able to force Callisto to pay these taxes, and then he'd be able to force Callisto to pay him.
To pay him taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All about the money.
That's
all about
right.
the Benjamins.
That's right. Cool. Okay. So we have the pirate front up next.
Yep.
Okay, we have 8 of spades. Past purpose.
All the spades.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here.
What do the pirates have to go along with their retirement home? Oh, that just reminds me of our first game in the Elders.
The Elders?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you remember
yes.
The Elders were like
Yes, I
the
do.
most shifty.
They were. Okay, so the name of this place is going to be called the Scales of Tales.
Oops. The Scales of Tales.
Scales of Tales. And it's going to be here, right next to where the processing place is. Right down here.
Mm-hmm.
Is it blue? Blue for pirates?
Yes.
Okay.
Blue for the pirates.
3.
And their beards.
And their beards. Boom. And it's that little place in the round because it's like a little well, we'll get to it in a second. So reputation. This is like a it's like a rap battle comedy club. That's the best way I can put it. It's a rap battle comedy club. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Rap battle comedy club.
Yep. For boasting. Specifically for boasting. That's the important part. For boasting.
Yeah. Only the best.
Yes. The best boasts. It's the Scales of Tales. You get it? See? It's so good.
Feather.
Feather. The outward appearance. It's super shim sham. Like, you know, it was built here on purpose because it's nearby where the whalers are at, and the pirates wanted it here because they want it to be like a real boasting place. So it's like a theater in the round, but it's outdoors. You know, it's open air. It's like an open air theater in the round. And it's just as shim sham as everything else around here. Because you got to be legit.
Yeah, you don't want anything like shiny
No
because
way.
then you're like one of those
You'll lose your cred.
other types. Oh, no creds.
No. What do we got next? Bone? Or truth about this
Hmm.
place? The truth about this place is that this is where real spacers come to tell their deeds and to show why they are better spacers than the next person. So this is as close to these performances are
Hmm.
always one person against another person, and then the crowd is who determines who is the better spacer.
Nice.
And there's much pride and shame that goes along with this. Yeah,
Awesome.
cool. Okay, what do we have next? We have the Whalers.
Whalers.
Okay, we've got face card. King of
Ooh.
Spades. Well, you're right, a lot of spades.
Yeah. All the
Past
spades.
purpose. So let's come on down here. 0S. And what is the name of this past purpose building that will have a rival for the Whalers? And where would it be?
Let's see. I would say they have that building there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the Museum of Modern Whaling.
Let's look at 3. Uh-huh. And let's make it a bit bigger. Boom. Cool. Museum of Modern Whaling.
Hmm.
Lovely. Beak, what is the reputation of this place?
This is a dumb, boring science place where like kids go during school, and that's about it. Most people see it as like a publicity stunt type thing.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Feather, what does it look like from the outside?
It looks like a whaling ship. Like they just took an old whaling ship and like put it there and then like attached it and like took out everything inside and redid it to look like a nice museum.
Now here's a question, because we know that we're in the future. When we say old whaling ship, do we mean like an old wet navy whaling ship, or do we
No, no,
mean
no.
like an old like
Space whale.
space whaling ship?
Old space whaling ship.
I
Yep.
love it. Space whaling ship. With like with the old harpoon gun and everything and
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
It
love it.
probably has like several harpoons. Like maybe one is actually like hooked into the firing mechanism, although it's been deactivated, so it's not. But then they
Right.
probably have like a couple more like sticking in the ground, and maybe like just the harpoon head like right next to the door, so kids can take their picture next to it and be like,
Nice.
"Look, I'm only this tall, and it's this tall."
That's right. Okay. And then what is a truth about this place? For Bone.
Hmm.
Oh,
This
I
is
I grabbed the wrong one. Hold on a second. I've been putting all this stuff under Violet, and it's not Violet. This is the Whalers.
oh no,
Don't worry, easy fix.
it should be
And
goldenrod.
paste. I'm just fixing it now. Gotta erase my shame. Hold on a second. Good, good, good. And then let me change the color on this because this is actually supposed to be goldenrod. Nope. Shabadoom. All better. Never happened.
Yay!
Cool. Okay, so the bone of this place?
The footprint of the museum does not account for all of the space inside the ship.
Okay. Is there
I'll
more
leave
you
that
want to
open
provide
for us
there?
to-
There you go. There you go. It's good. That's
Leave that
perfect.
there for you know. We can build on that.
That's right. Open space to explore.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have the Iron Salvagers. Oh, no, no, no.
I have a rival.
That's right. Rival. Rival. Okay. What is the name of this rival and what group are they from?
I'm going to say they are from the Jupiter Moons reps.
God, these people hate everything about this place. What is the name of this Jupiter Moon rep?
His name is Walter Egg.
Walter Egg, EGG?
Yep.
Okay. And is Walter Egg a is he like Asha, where is the lead representative for Callisto? Is Walter Egg a representative for one of the other moons?
He's a representative for Titan.
Oh, for Titan.
Yes.
Now, isn't Titan a moon of Saturn? It is.
Oh, damn it.
We can make this an easy fix, and instead of it being the Jupiter moons, it's really just the outer moons.
The outer moons?
Yeah, or it's the outer world moons, which would be Saturn and Jupiter. I dig it. Okay, Titan moon rep. Perfect. We can fix it that way. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, Beak. What is Walter Egg's reputation?
He has a short fuse. He's like a walking bomb.
Oh, okay.
He looks like one too.
Well, you know what? Speaking of that, for Feather, what does good old Walter look like?
He is rotund. He's always wearing like a tuxedo because he thinks it makes him look really like nice, but people won't tell him to his face.
Yeah, he's like the penguin.
Yeah, exactly. Only, without an umbrella because there's no weather.
Okay. And then Bone. What is Walter's true motivation?
He doesn't like that there is another museum right across from the Memorial Museum of Titan. He thinks it is disrespectful and that it takes away from his community's loss, and he will do whatever it takes to bring justice and get the whalers out of there. Because, Titan is the most important of the moons.
Nice. Okay. That takes us to the Iron Salvagers. Whoop. We've got the 2 of Hearts. The Iron Salvagers can't get... This is the highest card so far, is it 2?
It is.
This is perfect. I would not have it any other way. Okay, so we have the 2 of Hearts. This is a social purpose. This is our second social purpose card.
Yeah.
Let's see here. 2 of Hearts. And what is the name of the social purpose building for the Iron Salvagers, and where is it at in our fine community?
I'm going to say it's this little building here, and it's called the Anvil.
Let's see, where was it down here? Mm. Right in there. Okay. Yeah, they're very very pocked into a corner there.
Well, you know, they
Mm-hmm.
gotta keep together.
This is my spot right here.
There's mine.
Mm-hmm. I like
You
it.
can't have it.
Okay. And the name of the place was again called?
The
The Anvil?
anvil.
The Anvil. Okay. Beak, what is the reputation of this place?
This is a dive bar. Like the diviest of dive bars. Pretty much only the salvagers will go there. Maybe a couple fixers. You see fixers go in there, and then the salvagers, but like even the whalers won't. It's you know, it's not to their taste.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And then Feather, what does the place look like from the outside?
It looks like a huge metal building.
Talking like
So again, like
corrugated
it's
steel and, crap left over,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. So like the large pieces that probably would have gone in the rust yard instead got used to build this.
Nice. Okay, and then Bone, what is the truth about the inside?
This is where scavengers can get some of those not quite legal jobs.
Hmm. Nice. Okie dokes. Okay, this takes us to the fixers. Let's see here. Oh, another face card.
Yeah.
It's a good thing the fixers don't have any actual reputation to run this place. No influence, that's what it is. King of Diamonds. Oh, hey, financial purpose.
Hey. But hey, I think the Sixers have about as much as the Iron Scavengers or Salvagers.
Yeah, they have one
Um,
less. And
no,
that's
they have the same.
no, because they have two face cards.
Yeah, but they got a 3.
Yeah, but then the Iron Salvagers have a 1, and a 2. So
Right.
they
I
actually
can do
have
the
more.
maths.
They have
I can do the
more.
maths.
They have more with 4. Oh man, that's improbable, but they did it. Okay, so this is a financial purpose building for the fixers.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. This is gonna be over here, and it's called the coin op.
The coin op.
The coin op.
Nice.
There we go.
And what do people say about the coin op?
Um, it's an arcade, and you go there to have fun. Do you remember back in the day how they used to have when they used to have the nickel arcades? Do you remember that?
I grew up in a really small town, so
Damn.
the only place where I could play arcade games was at the pizza place.
So they used to, at least down in San Diego when I was a kid, for like 2 years, probably because it was a terrible business model, but they had these arcades where you could play any game in the whole arcade. It was just a nickel. That's all it was.
Mm.
And you had to pay I think it was like $5 to get in, and you could stay as long as you wanted. And then every game was a nickel. That's it. So you'd go in with like a handful of bucks, and then you could play for like hours. That's this place. This
That's
is
this place. Nice.
it's a shitty arcade. and the proles can go of the fixers can go here to have fun, and just and shoot the shit and play some arcade games. But this is like a future arcade game, so it's like all fancy and cool. Like they're still crappy compared to probably the really good
Yeah,
arcade
but they're like,
games.
VR and
Yeah, uh-huh.
stuff.
Yeah.
Do they have a hologram room?
They wouldn't. It wouldn't be here. It would 100% not be here. Okay.
And what does it look like?
From the outside, it's oh man, it from the outside it's made to look like really like techie, cool, edgy, awesome. It's like the inside of a laser tag place where it seems like, ooh, look how awesome and cool we are. Yeah, yeah, it's like that. The outside looks like the inside of a laser tag place. That's I think that's all you have to write down. That's all you got to say. There's nothing else.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything else to say there. Pretty much good.
That's very descriptive just in and of itself.
Okay. Let's see.
What's it like on the inside?
On the inside. Oh, it's a truth about the inside. A truth about the inside. So people will come here to get to train for professional certifications, without having to go through all the red tape. So like if you want to be on a crew and you have to be certified for EVA to be an EVA specialist, there's all this training you have to have, and you have to go out into space and do all the stuff, and you have to get your all the the paper sign off and all the things, and that's expensive. Or if you want to be a welding tech, you have to do all that stuff. But they have good enough gear here to be able to run programs, games.
It's the Matrix. Just plug it in.
Well, maybe not. Maybe it's not that fancy. They have like crappy
okay,
VR like training simulators. But the point is they're like professional developments. Not all of them are. You can still go in and play and have some fun. But then they have like the side rooms where they it's for fixers to come in here and to better themselves. And have a pathway to get the stuff where otherwise they wouldn't be able to. But it's super illegal. Super illegal. Like this place would be shut down if anybody found out. Super illegal. Illegal. Super not.
Well, you couldn't hear the sarcasm in that?
No, well, then in that case, put super duper legal. Super de duper legal. Ultra legit.
No. Legal.
I like it. Solid.
Yep.
Okay.
And who is the rival?
Yeah.
And what faction do they belong to?
It's going to be somebody from the Iron Salvagers.
Interesting.
It's going to be... So his name is Lars Harzenbars.
Lars Harzenbars.
And then Harzenbars is his last name, of course.
Yes.
Lars Harzenbars, and he is an iron salvager. Yeah.
Okay. And what does Lars Harzenbars look like? He better have like the
handlebar mustache with the twirlies.
Yeah, yes.
100% will have a handlebar mustache. His reputation. So his reputation. Let's see, where is it at? Oh, it's down here. Sorry, I didn't go down far enough. Lars Harzenbars. So his reputation. He's one of the oldest and most established iron salvager that's alive today. In the inner or outer worlds. I appreciate how you capitalize inner but not outer. That's good. That's good. That's
We're setting precedents
it's
here. I mean, I thought that
as it
was
should
the
be.
whole point.
It 100% is, which is perfect. Oh, let's see here. His appearance. Well, he definitely has to have the handlebar mustache, clean shaven otherwise, and he walks like he has, the 10-foot pole up his ass.
Awesome. So he waddles.
He waddles majestically.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Does he do that thing where like he picks his pants up?
He doesn't have to pick his pants up. They're finely tailored, but it's and it definitely accentuates his like pretty much flat ass. But like it's made in such a way with padding that it looks like he has something, but he really doesn't.
Does he have crocodile cowboy boots?
He does not have. That's tacky. That's tacky. You should take that back. That's no, 100%, 100% no, no.
It's hilarious though because my dad has
those. Well, Lars Harzenbars is not a silly man.
All right.
Not 100% not. Okay. So
and what's his true motivation?
True motivation. Lars Harzenbars knows about this place. He knows about the coin op and what it's really, or what it does as its side business, and he wants it closed down because he sees it as unnecessarily dangerous.
So he's really just looking out for the peoples.
Yeah, he feels like this is dangerous for fixers who think that you can go and then just take some VR training and then get some forged documents from somebody, and all of a sudden that makes you ready to go. Whether that's true or not, it's irrelevant. But he feels like that's not the way you do it. Because again, Lars is all about like there's an established way of doing this thing, and it's proven and it's true, and he's got a point. But at the same time, you gotta have to be able to even go down that path, and most don't.
Most fixers are have-nots.
And they're absolutely have-nots. Important note though, he wants to close it down, but he doesn't want to be an ass. So he's not like going and talking about it. I think he's trying to tries to convince whoever owns the coin op to stop doing this because it's dangerous. He really wants them to stop, but he's not going to be that guy and turn in the fixers.
He's not going to like go to the reps and be like, "There's this shady stuff going down."
Hell no. Yeah, he'd probably discourage people, and he'd probably do some stuff. I could see this guy going to other employers and being like, "Hey, does that person have this thing from this place? And are the references primarily from people who are managing or owners of the coin op? Interesting. Oh no, I don't want to say anything about it. Maybe you want to think twice about it." So he's a jerk, but no, he's not gonna snitch to the authorities. That's low.
He's not a snitch. He's not gonna wind up at
the burning brand.
Yes, the burning brand.
No, he's also not a pirate, so he wouldn't be that.
Well, I mean,
yeah. But if he were a pirate, he'd be walking a fine line. Okay, yeah. So a quick question: we have a couple of places that are on this thing. How beefy do we want to make Lost Bridge for now? Do we want to say this is enough kind of flavor stuff so that when we get there, we have plenty of places we can go and some things to explore, and then it still gives us plenty of open space to leave open so that we can fill in with more if we need to?
I'm good with that.
Okay. In that case, that just leaves us to count up our numbers and to find out who runs this joint. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Iron Salvagers. They're
yeah,
close.
They've got that one more than the fixers.
Actually, it might be the Whalers. Whalers have 20, don't they?
Yeah.
And the Whalers. Yeah, it's the Whalers.
Wow. Wow.
Okay, that's your shtick there.
Okay.
Okay, so let's put a big old giant 4. Spadoom. And that's cool because I know you wanted the whalers to have a good role in this game, so now they absolutely 100% do.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's come over here. And what is the name of this location? The seat of power of Lost Bridge on Callisto.
It is.
And you can also think about it in terms of what direction would you be interested in seeing, like the whales go?
Mhm.
This could play a part there too.
Well, so I'm thinking it's like a giant dish. So, and its its beak will be something like it's a television studio or something like that, and this is where they project out
Hmm.
their stuff. Um, I
So
can't
what is
remember what
the
this big dish is.
like the towers?
Kind of, yeah, kind of like it acts the same as the tower, but it looks like the huge alien searcher
Oh, yeah,
ones.
yeah, yeah. Like the those big old, well, those are the receiving dishes, but in this case, it could be a broadcasting dish, like
Yeah.
like SETI.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that is it's the dish.
The dish. Okay, so Beak, what is the reputation of this place?
This is like the only channel. This is
The only channel
where
in town.
the only it is the only channel in the outer worlds, in the Jovian sector.
Hmm. Okay. And then what does this place look like? Is it just like a massive, steady
Yeah,
broadcasting dish?
it looks like a massive SETI broadcasting dish with building built kind of underneath one of the curvy parts. My
Hmm.
brain so works.
Words are hard.
Words and things.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, now the bone. What is the truth about the inside?
Well, so not only do they broadcast things that they're paid to broadcast, but they also have been testing this to send whale noises to
Mm,
draw the space whales in closer so that they can, get more whales. But
that's awesome.
nobody knows they're doing it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hmm. I like it. Yeah, it's that frequency that's like so ultra low that it doesn't come up on anything else, and it's on and nobody uses it because why would you? But whales
Yeah.
do.
Maybe that's what that gland is for.
That's it, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Awesome. Oh, it's cool. Okay, so we got some good stuff. We got some good stuff. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is handy. So I feel like when we do return to Lost Bridge, we have some cool places that we can check out and do. All these places we can end up building people around. I think this is awesome. This is really cool. Anything else you got here before we close this one out?
Um, I really like how we use this to just kind of give it flavor, but
Mm-hmm.
not really like fill everything out.
Mm-hmm.
And I especially like how it worked out with the fixers and the iron salvagers just being
Oh,
like bottom of the totem pole.
it was perfect.
Yep.
Well, it's nice too because I feel like we now have a little bit more context
Hmm.
around some of these groups that were kind of flat before. So they have a lot more feeling and character now, especially like, I now have a sense of why the inner worlds are out here. And I have a sense of how petty and controlling the Jovian reps are, et
Mm-hmm.
cetera, et cetera. So I dig it. I dig it. It's gonna be cool. Cool. Well,
Nice.
thanks for the game tonight. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Beak, Feather, and Bone is a fun game. Period. And then tossing it into something like this is just it worked. I
Yes.
feel like it was cool.
And that's a pretty cool map we found too.
That worked out really well. So awesome. Cool. Well, we'll go ahead and call it for tonight. But
All right.
I'll catch you soon, and then we'll do more things later.
Awesome.
Awesome. Take care.
Bye.
See you.